Hey guys, good evening. Karen Wolf here in the art studio. I'm going to paint with you a little bit this evening. I wasn't sure what time, so I just decided I would go on here and paint a Santa hat, just to give you an idea on painting fur, and just to paint a Santa hat. So, all right, look at all that stuff in the background. Hey Tammy, I've got my drink over there, Henry's tractor, and all kinds of craziness. All right, so we're going to go into this evening and painting a Santa hat, just like I said. Give you an idea of painting fur, which sometimes folks have trouble with that. We'll do that, and we'll end up with a Santa hat painting, so something different. So how you doing, Tammy? Welcome. Appreciate you jumping on. I'm just going to use some red, some white, and you can use blue and sienna for gray. We'll use black just for some easy. Just do something easy. Sometimes you just got to do easy. So, all right. For those of you all who have not painted with me before, good, crazy day, yeah. Every day's like that for me anymore, it seems like. For those of you who are new to me on here, my name is Karen Wolf, and I'm an artist, and I teach you how to paint online. I teach you how to paint and become a better painter. And I'm on here this evening, and we're going to paint a Santa hat. I'm just getting my iPad up there so I can see you guys. I can't see comments and stuff sometimes on my phone. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Looks like today I can. Sometimes it starts that way and then it goes away. Trying to get some white paint out here, and that's not working well for me. So, all right. So I'm going to grab a brush. I have two here. I have 11 by 14 and an 8 by 10. I was going to do an 8 by 10, and I thought it might be too difficult to see. So I changed to a 11 by 14. What do you all think? I'll move this a little bit closer so you guys can see what I'm doing. And no, I haven't painted an example. Sometimes I do that. I used to do that a lot, have the example setting there for you to see. But I think you guys can see that. It's a little bit crooked, but all right. What did I do with my white? There it is. Okay, so let's do painting a little bit on the background. Let's do a little, I don't know. I usually do blue backgrounds a lot. But let's just do a little bit of what color background do you think? Oh, well, there's some folks on here. We got Missy and Barb. Hey, welcome. Appreciate y'all jumping on. Y'all say hey when you jump on here so I can see ya. And if you guys are watching, for those of you who are jumping on and watching the replay, y'all say hey when you jump on here too, because that way I can see who's watching. If y'all don't comment and say hey, replay, something, I have no idea who watches these videos. So, and it helps me out at the same time, and also I get to see who's watching the video. So, y'all do that. That's good. All right. So I'm just going to do a little bit on here. I just took some purple, went around the outside edge, added some white to some purple, went around the outside edge, made it a little bit darker on the outside edge, and then added some more white to it, and coming in to the middle. So there. And this is just a simple, just for fun painting. to paint with you all this evening. So I come on here and I do these, and you all join in with me, and we all get to have fun. Fun times. Y'all like to paint? You enjoy painting? You enjoy watching painting? You enjoy painting? I enjoy both. I enjoy watching people paint, and I enjoy painting. I think it's very relaxing to watch people paint, and it's very relaxing to paint. So, there we go. And don't forget to paint your edge. This is, just take that same color that you have on the front and pull it around to the outside edge. That's always good to do that so that you have a finished edge. I'm going to move this out of my way since we're not using that one. But this is 11 by 14, so you can use, you can paint on 11 by 14, you can paint on 8 by 10, you can paint it on, this is stretched canvas. You can paint it on anything you have or anything, whatever you want. This is acrylic paint. I paint with acrylic paint. Hello from, is that Colorado? Woohoo! Cold, it says cold something. I can't see what that is. It's really tiny. I thought it said Colorado, and now I see where it says cold. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. The more the merrier, I say. The more the merrier. Okay, so all I did was put a really light Canada. Holy macaroni. Barb, hello, hello. I think that's the first. That's a first. Hello. Welcome, welcome. I appreciate you jumping on here. Oh, my Lanta. Okay. So we're going to just go in here. His hat is red, of course. And I'm just taking some red. And then I'm going to add some black. Always go into the side of your colors when you're getting a new color, when you're going into that pile of color, so that if you don't use the whole pile of color and you still have some left, you haven't contaminated the entire thing. Of course, over here I'm just mixing me a little stack. But see how I go into the side of my color? That keeps you from contaminating it. This is a completely different red. I'm still using my 1 inch. And when you first start painting, guys, remember that when you first start painting in on your painting, please do not be so hard on yourself. Give yourself some grace. This is not the good stage, or well, it's the good stage. It's all good. This is not the pretty stage. This is where it doesn't look so great. So give yourself a little bit of grace, okay? Hey, Sandy. Welcome, you all. Appreciate you all jumping on. All right. So then I'm going to go over and I'm just going to grab some more red and get into this other side over here. I'm going to have my dark side and my light side. My dark side, I didn't even clean my brush or anything. I just painting. I always say that, painting. I can't help it. Painting. I'm a country girl. I just am. Who's to say? All right. So there's the dark side and the light side of the hat. Just went in with some red. And that'll dry, and then we'll go back over it with another coat. I think the color of red that I'm using is not a Liquitex Basics color, so it doesn't have as much pigment. I believe I got, yeah, I did. The Liquitex Basics is what I usually use. And these have better coverage. But you can use whatever you've got. I'm going to put a little bit of that on here. So if a paint doesn't have very much pigment in it, it takes more paint to cover. Now it will eventually cover, but you just have to have more layers of the paint to get the coverage that you need. All right, and this is a dirty palette, and I know that, and I'm just saying, I'm just doing trying to use up some paint that I already had on these plates. So I'm going into some white and some black, making a gray. Normally, yeah, I mix my gray. I make a gray out of sienna and blue, and I'm just taking this 1-inch brush, and I'm just tapping in, just tapping. I'm using the outside of my brush to create the look of fur. Just kind of pouncing that in. Okay? So that's all I've done so far. Just made a gray color out of black and white. And I'm using a 1/2-inch flat. You can use whatever brush works for you. This just happens to be one that works for me. And I'm just pouncing in this gray color. And all I did was took some white, and notice, see how I'm pulling from the corner, from the edge of that pile of paint so that I don't contaminate the whole thing. And I'm just pouncing in some color. And I'm debating on whether or not to have it look like his face is down there. There's his hair. Doesn't his hair do that? Yeah. And then I think I'm going to put like flesh right there, so it looks like the top of his head. Okay. Okay, so see, just pouncing. I'm just taking that brush and I'm just pouncing with the edge of that brush to get that look of fur. Already, it looks like fur already. All right, then I'm going to rinse my brush. Then I'm going to go back in and I'm going to do more coverage here and a little bit on my red and my gray. Let's just put some flesh down here. I'm going to take a little bit of red, little bit of sienna, red, and white to make a flesh color. Add a little bit of yellow to that to make it so it's more brown and not so pink. Made of flesh, red, sienna. So I'm just going to make it look like this is the top of his head. And you guys can do whatever you want with yours. You can make his hat up farther, down all the way, whatever you want to do with it. But I just thought that would look cute, like it's the top of his head. I don't know why I do what I do. I just come up with some things sometimes and just go for it. I don't even know where this came from. I was standing down here looking around trying to think, what in the world am I going to do this evening on my live? And normally I go live on Mondays. Usually I try to go live on Mondays and Tuesdays. Or Mondays and Tuesdays. See, I've lost my ever-loving mind. Mondays and Thursdays. But I missed Monday. So now I'm just going to go back in. I'm just taking my pure red. But usually I go in and don't go in and paint this like, don't go, how can I say this? Don't go like straight down, like, don't, kind of give it some interest and make it like not so perfect. Kind of like, you know, loopity, just a little bit, not so perfect. Does that make sense? I mean, that's how I like things. You can do it however you want, but for me, that's how I like it. So, all right. So then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to take my red. I'm going to add a little bit of black to darken it a little bit. And I'm going in and painting this side here in. Y'all ready for Christmas? You got all your stuff all done. You've got gifts wrapped under the tree. All your Christmas shopping done. No last minute stuff to do. Hey Sheila, hey Doris. I just actually finished, if I'm finished, I hope that I don't come up with something that I forgot. But I just finished mine today. Wrapped them today. I had started a few of them. No, I didn't. I wrapped everything today. Yeah. I thought I was going to say I started wrapping a few of them, but I didn't. I wrapped them all today. So, red and black over here on the shadow side. Just getting some dark red in there. And it could be some ashes and soot too, but it's a shadow. And the more dry it is, the more it will cover. So you may have to go over it a couple times. And then I'm going to go back over here on this side with the red. And where the two colors come together in the middle, I'm just blending it out. Because I just don't want like a big, you know, solid line right there. I may come down here with a little bit more shadow. But I love to paint, and I love to teach folks how to paint. This is fun for me. This is so ready for Christmas. Oh, good. Good. That's great, Tammy. It just really got here quick for me. I just, I don't know. It just was weird how it's here all of a sudden. Where does time go? Where does time go? And you could even make his hat go like up and off of the canvas and then come back on the canvas. Sky's the limit, guys. Sky's the limit. Okay, so then we're going to go back over here to the gray. I'm going to take some more white back into this gray pile that I made. And I'm going to make a lighter gray. Everything that you paint white starts with a gray. So then I'm going to make a middle tone. And I'm just tapping in. I'm not getting rid of all of my darks. I want my darks to remain. But I'm tapping in some lights. And that's making it look like fur. Now this is our second go round on the fur. And if this up here it bothers you to be pink, dry it with a hairdryer. But this is fun. I just enjoy painting, and I enjoy showing you guys how to paint. And it's so funny, this wasn't always me. I used to just paint and paint for people, sell paintings, and just paint for fun. Paint a lot for fun. Got into portrait painting and painting dogs and painting animals and children and just people, and had fun with that. And I'm just taking the white and going back down into my gray pile, making a lighter gray, but it looks like it has a lot of white in it, but it's still gray. And I'm not losing all of my, see how I'm leaving the darks and leaving them down here low where the shadow is, and then brightening it up more up to the top, but leaving this down here in shadow. But I didn't always do this. Like I said, I just painted really, just painted commission paintings and painted for fun. And a friend of mine asked me to do a painting party for her one time, and it was supposed to be a one-time thing, and it turned into more than a one-time thing. And that was the beginning of me teaching folks how to paint. So yeah, so here I am. So then go in and add more white to that brush, and pounce it, kind of pounce it out, pounce it off, and then go up and add a barely touching. Now just touch, leaving the shadow down there on that side. Then I'm going to add some more white. And I'm going to go down here and add the brightest brights to the top. And you can make your you can make your fur look however you like it. Everyone paints fur different, so that's up to you. But just the idea of the look of fur is all you're going for. But just make sure you get your darks where you're supposed to be dark and your lights where you're supposed to be light. And that will make your painting make your it'll be correct. It'll look dimensional in your shadows and everything. It's hard for me to sometimes walk, talk, and chew gum at the same time. I'm trying to look at your comments, if there's any comments. I'm trying to tell you how to paint and paint at the same time. So it's funny. Oh, you need to keep this your darker area there, and not make it like a solid line all across, and then just come up here and put some indications of some fur sticking up there. Y'all liking this? Y'all think this is pretty cool? I do. I'm liking that. Okay, so we've got his hat, and then his and acrylic paint dries 2 to 3 shades darker. So when you think that it is too light, it's not. It'll dry darker. It'll just keep drying darker and darker. Yeah, as far as Christmas decorations and stuff, I just got my tree decorated this week. I just put the star on it last night. I'm going to come a little bit darker down in here. Get this a little, trying to get that a little bit darker. Just some down in here, because I kept getting down farther and farther. If you lose your darks, you can put them back in. That one I did okay. I just don't want to lose my darks over on there on that one side for sure. But you have a dark and a middle tone and a light, and then you have your accent highlight. So you want to make sure that you keep those, and that keeps it dimensional. So, oh, thank you, Tammy. You love the hat? I do too. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I don't even know where it came from. I don't know. Sometimes I just come up with the idea, and y'all just have to put up with me. Just getting some more coverage down here for his face. Just getting that. So that's the top of his head. I was going to add some light, but I don't like that. Just leave it. Ah! Can't get that to stay. Alright, there's that. Okay. I'm just rinsing my brush. And then you can go in and you can even add more light if you want to. Just thicker. So that really pops. Some light. Just touching some thick paint on there, just on that top part to get some of the bright, really bright whites. Make that an uneven edge and not a pattern. You don't want a pattern there. Now my iPad's battery's running low. But I can still see your comments on my page, so that's good. All right, so now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to add a little bit more to the red of the hat. We'll go here on this side and do just some more bright red. Just making sure this side's really, really bright. Oh, didn't mean to get into white. Get into white, you'll make pink. Just keeping it dark down in this area right here and dark on that shadow side. Then you could take some of the lighter, brighter red over on this side and keep the other side dark. Red and black is your dark. I just recorded the Santa on the 2x4 today for the All Access membership group. So that is, that video will be available to the All Access members here in just a jiffy. That was one of their bonus painting tutorials for December. So if you are interested in joining the All Access membership, that's a painting membership that I have. and the membership is currently closed. The doors will open in March 2022, and that is a painting membership where you have access to over 60 painting tutorials, painting with me in the group, painting with a group of painters, like-minded folks that enjoy painting, and it's a blast. So if you are interested in painting with me and you're not already a member, join the All Access membership and you will be so glad you did. Alright, so there is the dark and the red. So then we're going to add some orange, if I can find some orange. And orange for me is Cad Red Light. But orange for you can be whatever orange that you have. Like I said, you can paint with whatever paint you have. You don't have to use the Liquitex Basics. You can use, oh, I still have black in my brush. You don't want to paint with black in your brush. You can paint with Liquitex Basics. You can paint with whatever paint that you have. Now, you can paint with even the little craft paints that you buy. You can paint with those if you want. I just took some water on my brush and cleaned my brush with my paper towel to get that little boo-boo off of there that I did. But you can paint with the little, you know, the little craft paints that you buy. These little bottles of craft paint. You can paint with those if that's all you have. If that's what you have, paint with that. That's what I painted with when I first started painting, and I painted with those for quite some time, and then I got a comfort level with painting and started painting with the Liquitex Basics. And I kind of just did some experimenting with some different brands, and I just kept going back to the Liquitex. I just like that brand. So I just added some orange to some red to just get a just a brighter brighter red there on the hat. And then I'm going to highlight it a little bit, but I'm going to dry it first because I don't want it to turn pink. I'm going to dry it with the hairdryer a little bit, and then it'll be done. Be careful not to get your hairdryer too close. Then I'm going to take a little bit of white and highlight this side of my hat. I'm just going to do a little bit of a light highlight on this side of my hat. And it could look like, even that could look like a little bit of snow. And I'm going to put a little bit of one right there. And then I think I'm going to put some snow on it. Dog barking. I don't think I've ever gotten through Facebook Live where the dog didn't bark. Then I'm going to take my white into my toothbrush, get water on it, go into my white, and I'm going to put some snow on it. Oh, isn't that cool? Oh, she's barking at my husband coming. There you go. And you can even do some of the big snowdrops. You can do some of the, where you take your brush and you can do some of the big. Take the end of your brush and do some of the big snow. I don't have very much white. I think I used like 3 or 4 different palettes. I'm just trying to use up my paint that I have here on my plates because I have so much. And these can be like some big ones and some little ones, and don't overdo it though. Do a few and then step back and look at it. Do a few, step back and look at it. Always step back and look at your painting anyways. You need to step back and look at it from a distance, because when you're up here in it like 6, 7, 8, 12 inches, whatever away, you can't see what it looks like. You know, see where you need to fix things, or if you're too much, too dark, too light, things like that. So, oh, thank you, Tammy. Thank you, thank you. So, if you're watching on the replay, like I said, let me know that you're watching. And if you're new to painting with me, let me know. Things like that. And like I said, I'm just going to put a little bit of pink down here, pink and white on his flesh. That'll make him look like he's more alive, I think. Oh, I got red instead of that brown color that I had. I had him a little bit too brown. All right. That's pretty cool. Need to get that. Cover that up. Okay, then sign it. And it's complete. I hope you all enjoyed that. Did you like that one? That was a lot of fun. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask. I'll be happy to answer any of your questions that you have about painting. If you have questions about the membership or questions about any of it. There we go. You can even do a top of his eyebrow, I guess, down there. His eyebrow might come up that far. I don't know. You wish now you would have waited before I started my painting tonight. I would have painted a hat instead. Oh, you're funny, Tammy. You can still do it. It's not, doesn't take that long to do it. It's pretty fast. I was going to look here and see what eyebrows would look like down here. If you did like eyebrows, made him look like he was, you know, I don't know. I don't know if I like that or not. I don't know. Eyebrows or no eyebrows? That is the question. I think I liked it better without the eyebrows. Eyebrows are gone now. Okay. It depends on how high up your face is and your fur, how far your fur comes down and that sort of thing, to where you would do that. And you could even bring the hair down farther on that side over here, so it's not turned like that. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Pretty cool. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was fun. Tammy, thank you so much for joining in, everybody. Appreciate you guys. It goes pretty fast, Tammy. I think you could paint what you're doing and paint this one too. And then I'm getting ready to add the board, the 2x4 that I painted. Where is it? Oh, it's outside drying. Shoot, I wish I had it in here to show you. The 2x4 that I painted with the Santa on it. I'll be adding it. I painted it today, and I'll be adding it to the All Access membership. So you'll have that one to worry about whether you're going to paint it too. So, oh well. Got to do it all. You got to do it all. You're experimenting with having painted a canvas board with black gesso as a base. Yeah, that's something. I've not used the black gesso. I've always just used the white. I've never done the gesso black. So that I'd be anxious to see. I'm gonna turn down my heater. It's making my face turn blood red. So let's see if it goes down here. Of course not. Okay. Yeah, I've not used the black gesso. I know there's lots of people that like the black gesso, the canvas, and start with that. I painted a canvas black, and painted flowers on it one time, but it wasn't gesso. It was just black paint. But it was good. It was fun. So, anyhow, well, I hope it turns out well for you. Alrighty, well, thank you all so much for watching. Appreciate you guys so much. Have a wonderful evening. Take care, and I'll see you back on here again real soon. Thank you so much. God bless you. Bye-bye.